Hey, what's going on, guys? Here at Galaxy Games with Lucas, and today he just got first place at our locals with a budget build of Pendulum Magicians. So take it away, man.
Okay, let's start with one of the main and probably one of the best cards in the deck, Poison Edition.
Yep.
You want to play a set of them for two reasons. One, if you need more damage during the battle phase and need to beat over something, activate its Pendulum effect. Or you summon it as a monster. The other effect that activates if it's destroyed,
Pop a card.
pop a card. Easy. Can't say that. Can't say much more. Or if you play like the Pendulum Graph, you can target this, target a card, boom.
Pop two cards.
Exactly. Well,
Yep.
the monster effect is kind of flawed a bit. It can only target face-up cards, but I guess that's good for balance purposes.
Yeah. Still a really good card.
Indeed. Then for next one, we have three playset of Double Iris Magician. Now this is actually a great card. So add your Pendulum Graph cards. You can add it with Duel's Alliance, since its name is a Pendulum Dragon card. That's contained the word Pendulum.
Yep.
But what else can I say? You have ways to search. If you have ways to search it, and ways to destroy it, or you could crash into something and get its effect like that.
Yep.
Nothing much.
Yep, these are your two ideal scales most of the time, scale 1, scale 8, because if they ever leave the field or if you have a way to get them out the field, you have a pop and you have a search.
And then we start with, let's start with the little one, Harmonizing Magician. I'm going to play a set of her, because she can also act as another 8 scale in case you brick and open only 1 8 and only 1 1 and 4 8s, which can happen. And the main thing is that she's also a tuner, and when she's Pendulum Summon, you can special summon another Magician in defense. So that's effectively at rank 8, a rank 4, a level 8 Synchro, or you can contact use for the Supreme King Storm Venom.
Yep. Good stuff. Relatively standard here.
Yep. And the Pendulum effect is nice. You can definitely catch some people off guard with that.
Yeah, I always forget about it from time to time. All monsters you control gain higher attack and defense for each base-up magician pendulum monster with different names in your extra deck. That is every single monster, even your non-magicians.
Yep, say you have a Tornado Dragon, gains 100. Say you have a Chaos Max, which definitely sounds like crazy. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, gains some attack points. Why not?
I'd say.
Yeah.
Then for the next one, we're on playset of Astrograph Sorcerer. Now this is a major playmaker. Say you open a Double Iris Magician, a Purple Poison, a Skull Combat Joker, and let's just say a Harmonizing Magician.
Yeah.
So you would start off by activating Purple Poison and Double Iris, both in the scale. Then Pendulum Summon Harmonizing, or in which case you normal summon Joker, get Harmonizing or whatever you need.
Yep.
Then Pendulum Summon them, then overlay make Tornado Dragon, target, then activate its effect, target Double Iris, destroy it, chain the Astrograph in your hand.
Yeah.
You get another Double Iris, and your first Double Iris would resolve into a Pendulum Graph.
Yeah. With Astrograph in your hand, it essentially turns your destruction effects, like you said, that combo with Tornado Dragon. It basically turns them into +1s because it gets you another card and a big beater on board.
Plus, it's also great in regular Pendulum builds too. So
Yeah.
Pendulum Dragons, you can do that. You can activate the Odd Eyes or Sky Iris with Thing in Hand.
Yeah.
And that.
Yeah, it's just a good card all around.
Let's move on to the next one. Can I place that 3 Wisdom Eye Magicians? Now this is one that combos with Star Pendulum Graph. So basically, you activate him and whatever you need, and if you have Star Pendulum Graph, great, and if you don't, that's okay. Normally, your combo is you activate him and something that's a scale 8 or something that's scale lower. Activate his effect to destroy him and play something like Oath Dragon Magician. Then you can activate the Oath Dragon
Get
effect
back to
to get
Wisdom Eye. Give you an extra monster to Pendulum Summon, essentially, because of the Master Rule form.
Master Rule form.
Yeah.
Next, we play 2 Black Fang Magician. I feel like playing 3 clogs the deck because you open it along with your 8s. It's definitely not a pleasant thing. There's no way to destroy it if you go first.
Right.
And since you can't destroy it, it's kind of just dead in there.
Yeah.
But it's great for weakening your opponent's monster and then comboing off with more cards.
Yeah, occasionally recovering as well, because it's the one that can bring back a Dark Spellcaster from your grave, correct? Yeah, so pretty good.
Let's play 2 Oath Dragon Magician. This is a card that combos with Wisdom Eye to add it back. And plus, it's also another beast stick if you Pendulum Summon it.
Yeah.
And then, if you have something in your graveyard, say Harmonizing Edition or Wisdom Eye or Black, or whatever you detached for Time Star or Tornado or another variable rank for XZ,
Yeah.
you can Pendulum summon it, target it, and get it back to your hand.
Yeah, I remember
More
before Master Rule 4, this card wasn't really that great because, you could just like spam back whatever monsters from your extra deck. But now with Master Rule 4, just essentially gets you a resource back to hand that you can summon, you can place in scale, or you can, Pendulum summon to just get an extra monster on board. So it's a really good resource.
Then we start with the one copy of White Wing Magician. I feel like running more than one, and pretty much general consensus, running more than one is a bit too much, and I have actually ran 3 at once. It did not end well. Main thing is, it's a tuner, so say like you play Cypher Lord Omega, it's like you open Harmonizing Magician, basically, and whatever another level 4 monster. Basically, you would Pendulum summon them the Harmonizing Magician, aggravate its effect, get the White Wing Magician, and the single summon for level 8 Cypher Lord Omega.
Yeah,
Even though this would be banished because it was Pendulum summon.
yeah, having this as a one of can increase your chances of actually doing double Omega in a turn with, the harmonizing.
Plus, the Omega can put it back in your graveyard. Okay.
That's it for the Magicians.
Now we move on to the Perform Pals. We started with a good old playset of good old 3 playset of Perform Pals Skullcrobat Joker. It's actually a relief to having a 3 again.
Yeah.
Having him at 1 is like, I mean, yeah, it was good. Yes, it was neat because Pepe was OP. Y'all can agree with that.
Yeah.
But having it at 3, this is a card that starts your combos. Unless it gets Ash Blossom.
Yeah, your main normal
negated.
summon. Yeah.
Then we have one copy of Perform Pal Pendulum Sorcerer. You can add this off Duelist Alliance. And basically what most people try to do is have Double Iris or something that gives a beneficial effect. And then you Pendulum summon it. So you can get activate its effect to destroy like your scale, like Double Iris Magician.
Yep.
Then you get a Joker and you get a Pendulum Graph off it. 2 for 1.
Yeah.
Then we got the one copy of Luster Pendulum Draco Slayer. Luster, I feel it can work. I mean, it had worked for me. I mean, it's another Duelist Alliance tech. Plus, it makes Ignister.
Yeah.
And plus, it also can be used as link material, which is great. It gets around its restrictions.
Yeah.
And it also searches because of its pendulum effect.
Right. So I mean, a good one of to have.
Yes. Then we move on to my main spice. I mean, 2 Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbits, because let's be real, they are useful. They are a great card this format with everything running about, continuous spells, traps, even a basic monster. They're just good for destruction, and plus, it's a tuner. So if you ran any level 7s, it would make that.
Yeah. Would you run a 3rd if you had one?
Probably not. I find 2 is best for me.
Okay.
Then on to the one copy of Max C. It literally is Max C.
Yeah.
There's not much that can be said.
God card,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah. So that's for monsters.
And for the spells, let's place at a Duelist Alliance. This is godsend for us. It allows us to search Double Iris Magician, a Pendulum Graph, like Star of Time, or the Luster Pendulum, or Full Power Pendulum Sorcerer, or the one of Pendulum Call, which I run.
Yeah. Searches just about everything.
Pretty much. As long as it has the name Pendulum in it.
Yep. Or Pendulum Graph.
Well, Pendulum Graph does a Pendulum.
Yep.
Then we have
Speaking of Pendulum Graphs.
Pendulum Graph. Yep. There are 2 Pendulum Graphs. This is the card you'll want to see or at least open in turn 1.
What?
The place?
Huh?
What'd you order for?
Bocelli's?
Yeah, for Charlie.
Now,
I just couldn't remember.
if you have these, say like you have a Wisdom Eye, you activate it and whatever Magician, then activate it and destroy Magician. Normally you place Oath Dragon after it resolves. This will activate, getting you another Magician, say Harmonizing, or Poison, or whatever your need is. And then let's move on to Wavering Eyes.
2 in the main.
That's 2 in the main.
Combos out pretty well with Astrograph.
Or your regular Magicians.
Mm-hmm.
It's great having it again, but I feel that Master Rule 4 has weakened its power greatly.
Yeah.
Just can't Pendulum summon 5 from the extra deck.
Yeah, its best utility these days are in the mirror.
And then we have the 1 copy of Pendulum Call. I feel like running more than 1 is bad, seeing that if your opponent Ash Blossoms it, and you have another in your hand, you can't exactly activate it.
That and you block your scales from being destroyed, so you can't do your combos that same turn.
No. But if you have Time Pendulum Graph, then you...
Might be okay.
Might be okay. I mean, you can still destroy them. I mean, the effect is negated, but...
Well, the Magician cards in your Pendulum Zones can't be destroyed by card effects until the end of the next turn.
Mm-hmm. So that was negated.
Yeah, but that's a condition of activating the card. Like, Ash Blossom doesn't necessarily negate that. But yeah, Pendulum Call is just the card that you use when... It's usually when you have a brick and you don't have your other combos to go off of. But it's good to have.
Now let's start with this trap lineup. We play 2 copies of Time Pendulum Graph. This card is amazing. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. It's a continuous, so it's a quick effect. Can be used during either player's turn. Once per turn, you can target a Magician Pendulum monster and in your monster zone or Pendulum zone. 1 card your opponent controls, destroy them. Then, and this is the fun part, if you don't destroy both, send 1 card in the field to the graveyard.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't target, doesn't destroy.
Nope.
Basically like a reset button. Oh hey, if I fail to destroy one of your cards, or if I just use the Xyz monster, Time Star Magician, to protect one of mine from being destroyed, then I get to do, remove one more of your cards.
Say bye-bye to an indestructible Crystal Wing.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
And then we move on to the Solemn Brigade. 2 Solemn Strikes, 1 Solemn Scolding, and 1 Solemn Warning. I literally cannot say anything more about these.
Yeah.
The Solemns.
Yeah. Would you keep in the Scolding?
I feel like I should main the Scolding since this is my budget build. Mm-hmm. But if I ever change it up, I would take it out and place it for more hand traps.
Okay. Like a 3rd Ogre, maybe a 3rd Strike, something like that?
Definitely thinking a 3rd Strike. A 3rd Ogre definitely would not work.
Okay.
All for the traps.
And it is a 42 card main deck?
Yes.
Alright. So we got the extra deck coming up here.
And let's start with your main boy, Time Star Magician. This is a card you'll definitely want to go in unless you have no other reasons. This is a card that searches and protects your monsters, your Pendulum monsters. Yep. So like you have Time Pendulum Graph, you target a thing and target another thing. His continuous effect will work when it resolves, and you just basically cause your opponent to lose 2 cards.
Yep, for nothing.
And then I run 1 copy of the 4-Mage Trapeze Magician. It's mainly for the Trick Star matchup, since if they can't burn you down, you basically have game.
That and it can make for some nice OTKs.
Ah, yes. I'm going to play the 1 copy of Castell for general removal.
Yep.
And now we have the 1 copy of Supreme King Dark Rebellion. This is a card that will enable a lot of OTKs. Because during damage calculation, say like your opponent has an indestructible 4K or 5K, whatever, you battle, you activate the effect, and it changes attack to 0 until the end of the turn.
Yep.
And then it gains its attack. I mean,
yeah.
Hitting for a 55 or 56 sounds amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's lightning on crack for this deck, basically.
I play the 1 copy of Tornado Dragon. This destroys your spell traps. And so you can get your searches off. And it's also good defense if your opponent's playing like continuous or any background in general.
Yeah. Decent opening play. I've seen you use it a couple times today.
For the fusions, I'm playing the 1 copy of Supreme King Starting Venom. He basically copies anything in the graveyard. So say like one of my opponent had an ABC Dragon Buster in their grave. I made this, I copy its effect, and I just basically won the game by banishing a thing.
Yep.
But also great because it can also punish defense position monsters, which because of Master of 4 is not exactly the case because Link monsters cannot be in defense.
Yeah, but it still can come up.
Yep. And I run 1 copy of Supreme King's Arc. I rarely get a chance to summon him. I feel he's just a win more card. But I kind of like the artwork, and
when you pull it off, it's really fun.
Unless it gets solemn. then you just feel really
And you
sad.
just cry.
Just cry.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you can summon him, you basically have game. I feel it's more of a win more card, but
Yeah.
it definitely can help in like very strict situations.
In budget builds where you have a little bit more room to flex within your extra deck, and since you're running the free Astrograph, there's really no reason not to at least run the one in case it does come up. So, pretty good.
Okay, for the synchros, we play the one allowed copy of Ignister Prominence of Blaster Dragon Slayer.
Yep.
He basically is Ignister.
DP Magio.
Yep. Yeah, Ignister is okay. He can destroy your own scales or your other monsters to get their effects off and just basically shuffle.
Yep.
It's basically a combo. It can be summoned with Harmonizing and another level 4.
Yep. And then if you summon it outside of using Luster, you can summon the Luster out of your deck, which is kind of neat.
My God, that was a
Oh, you forgot about that.
there was a dirt moment there, Andrew.
Yeah. Learn
totally
something new
forgot that.
every day.
The more you know.
Yep. It's the reason it's at 1.
Main Synchro, Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. When you synchro summon it, it's basically Raigeki on a dragon. And then it basically copies and mirrors the effect of Clearwing Synchro Dragon.
Yeah.
I like it for, well, being the Raigeki, obviously.
Yep. Border clearing, potential of decay.
Yeah, but it's more also for destruction. I kind of run if I can get everything.
Yep.
Let's just make a card. And now for links. We play 2 copies of Decode Talker. This is a budget build, so I feel 2 copies of Decode Talker is enough. When you can link summon with it, it's great. Say like you have an Astrograph, a Harmonizing, a Wisdom Eye, or whatever combo monsters. You can just make him and then Pendulum summon more next turn.
Yeah, and the fact that it can actually protect your aforementioned Time Pendulum Graph, your other resources can be really useful as well.
Yeah. As long as your opponent has something that targets it. If they have something like a Dark Hole, yeah, it's not helping you.
Alright, so as we said, this was the budget version. I think you had said when we talked before the video that if you had 2 Omegas, you'd play 2 Omegas. Baguska would be another thing to consider. Ash Blossoms, of
I
course.
definitely take out Zark.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, yeah, it looks like a pretty standard build, really solid build. It's done you pretty well here at Locals. So congratulations on first place today, Lucas, and thank you for your deck profile. Anything else you'd like to say to wrap up the video on the deck? No?
Pendulum Shokan, people. Pendulum Shokan.
Yeah. All right, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.